by name and by position they are. You will notice, however, that we only have 2 people up here. And for position 2, the candidate is Bill Fosmeyer. He is unopposed, and he has chosen to not be here tonight. And similarly, for position number 4, Stephen Pearson is also running unopposed and has elected as well to not attend. So for position 3, we have Jessica Zielinski, and we have Mary Jane Glazer as well. So what we're going to do, if we could have you grab a seat, if you're going to stay and listen, if you're going to chat, if we could have you to step outside. We want to make sure they have just the equal chance that our council members had to be heard. So, just like previously, for our general questions, we're going to draw randomly from the bowl. Each of you will get a different question, and then you can respond in your closing remarks to issues you didn't get a chance to speak to. There will be 3 rounds, and there will be a total of 1 minute for each candidate to respond. So, round number 1. We will start with Jessica, and your question is, you know what, they do introductions, but what I'm skipping over is I'm so excited to get to this part is the lightning round. So, get your cards. We've got red, green cards. Green is yes, red is no. So, for lightning round. Question number 1. Do you agree with the state Supreme Court's decision to fine the legislature because it has not met the requirements of the McCleary decision for full state funding of education? Yes or no? Audience, yes or no? Question 2. Tahoma School District provides an excellent education to its students. Yes or no? Question 3. Do you support lower class sizes? Yes or no? Question 4. Should the school district replace Lake Wilderness Elementary School with a new building which is being proposed to the school board? Yes or no? Question 5. Do you support amending the federal No Child Left Behind Act? Yes or no? And number 6. Are you a proud parent of a Tahoma student or an alumnus? We have to throw a softball in it. That's what we do. Really quickly, let's see. I do not have a note on here that you're to introduce yourselves. So, let's go ahead and have you introduce yourselves quickly if we could, so we're not pushing time too hard.
My name is Jessica Zielinski. I am a Tahoma graduate, class 2001. My kids are currently attending the school with the intent to be Tahoma graduates as well. I'm married to my husband who is at work tonight. My kids are here right now. They might be speaking and I do various things in the community, outside of the community. I am involved in a 4-H club locally, a PTA member, in the art center in my children's school. So I try and get involved with.
I'm Mary Jane Glazer. I've been on the school board since 1998. I was appointed and have served 4 terms, and I'm running for an additional term. The year I was on the school board, I also founded the Maple Valley Creative Arts Council, and I was a founding member of the Farmers Market. We just completed our 7th season. I'm a member of the Tahoma Schools Foundation Board. We are reviving it to provide enrichment opportunities for Tahoma students, and I'm a founding member of the city's Arts Commission. I believe in community service, giving back, and providing quality academic programs to our students, providing a safe environment for all of our Tahoma students, and strong fiscal management. I believe our taxpayers expect that of us, And we have achieved that and will continue to provide that oversight. And I'm glad that Jessica is an art docent at Shadow Lake because frankly, I founded the art docent program there in 1991. So I'm glad to know that it's still going strong.
All right, so we're going to move into round one. So first question we're going to have to Jessica, and you have 1 minute to answer it. Question number 5. We know Tahoma is nationally ranked academically, but how about other non-academic student well-being concerns? Is improving the learning environment a priority for you, and how will you address concerns such as bullying and administration, teacher-student communication?
3-part question. So, Tahoma is well known that they are doing amazing academically. Their superstars shine beyond words. Where we're missing the mark in the district is our targeted subgroups. Those are children with IEPs, those are minorities. They continue to show in test scores missing that mark or falling below their peers. We need to focus on that. As far as bullying, I believe the policy that Tahoma has right now, it needs to be revised. It hasn't been revised since 2011. There needs to be, it needs to include, with respect to our students that may use more forms of electronics versus others that don't, and that needs to be included in the policy.
So we have a question now from Mary Jane, and your question is question number 10. Please describe what you see as the responsibilities of a school board member.
First, the heart of all decisions of a school board member should have the student at heart, student focused. We must have transparency and open communication. The school board is charged with hiring the superintendent and overseeing his or her job performance. We adopt and amend board policies. We make sound fiscal decisions. We adopt goals, but by the way, we just adopted our next 5-year goals in year 2015, and accountability. Those are the primary responsibilities of a school board member.
Okay. Moving into round number 2. Mary Jane, we'll have you start this time. Your question is number 6. Tahoma School District is recognized as being among the state's best. What would you do as a board member to improve upon the district's success? Would these improvements be purely an academic focus?
I've had the great pleasure to sit on the model review committees for grades 9 through 12, 6 through 8, and currently the elementary model review that is occurring right now for our program transitions in the year 2017 when our new high school goes online. The students are at the heart of all of the model changes, and I've witnessed continual growth and improvement in Tahoma over my years on the board. I believe that the new models will continue to keep Tahoma among the state's top districts. I will advocate to expand our course offerings to provide the flexibility of electives to develop well-rounded students and future adults. Some of the key beliefs in the model review are learning engages both the heart and mind, learning builds future-ready skills, learning happens in supportive cultures, and learning moves students forward.
Jessica, your question is number 2. What is 5, 10, and 15 year, what is the 5, 10, and 15 year Tahoma School District strategic vision and goals? Please use metrics to quantify your response.
Okay, so I was told the Tahoma board, they work in 5-year goals. So their goals are expiring right now, they're under review, and they should be posted maybe. That's what they're working. So their next 5-year plan, their previous 5-year plan, they were they push the housing through with the school bond, which is awesome. And equity. Those 3 goals are also looking like they're to be carried over into the next 5 years. My question as a parent is why are we carrying over goals into another 5 years? Why aren't we developing new goals for this growing community?
Jessica, moving into round 3, you'll begin. And your question is, question 3. We are a growing and changing district. What will you do to step outside of the current status quo?
To step outside of the current status quo, right now to be an involved parent, you need to be at school a lot. You need to attend board meetings. You need to attend after-school programs to figure out what's going on. And for some parents, that's just not an option. It's expensive to live here, which means you have to work. And I would like to change the status quo of not making everybody come to me. I would like to go to them. I would like to spend time with our teachers, our staff, our students, and figure out what they think is missing from the district.
Mary Jean, your question is? Number 9. If you chose one goal for yourself as a board member for the next 4 years, what would that goal be and why?
I thought about that a lot. There are so many different things that I could choose. They're all very important aspects of being a board member, but for the next 4 years, I would like to continue to advocate for all students' future success, whether they're bound for college, trade schools, military careers, or into the workplace, by offering everyone opportunities to explore and learn of possibilities for lifelong learning and success while they are at the Tahoma School District.
So that concludes round 3. For round 4, the candidates can choose to answer a question that has already been asked of their opponent, or they can opt for a new one, and 1 minute for each candidate to give their response. So, Mary Jane, would you like a new question, or would you like to ask something that Jessica has given a chance to answer?
I'd like to expound on number 2, which was about the 5, 10, and 15-year goals. And per our policy, the board sets its goals in 5-year increments, like I said. The federal and state legislatures have the power to make decisions affecting school districts, which makes setting 5-year goals more reasonable rather than a 10 or a 15-year goal. In fact, we just set our new 5-year goals, and we do have new goals on our list. Non-academic outcomes is one, communication and climate culture are new. We can more reasonably set 5 and 10-year housing goals due to our demographic studies, which we conduct annually for new housing starts and real estate trends in the district.
Right, Jessica? Do you want a new question, or do you want to? Okay. Question 8. Tahoma is in the process of enormous change, with construction of a new high school, creation and implementation of new learning standards, and compliance with new state standards for lower class sizes. What is the school board's role in the midst of these changes, and what will your approach be as a board member?
Change is scary. Nobody likes change. So if elected, I would make sure everybody is okay with the change going on even before decisions are made. Again, I've said before, I would like to come to you rather than come to me. And the challenge that the school board is going to start facing is as we grow, the state is still going to implement new standards, new requirements, and making sure that the parents and students are informed of those coming up.
So moving into round 5, Jessica, would you like another new question, or do you want to address something that Mary Jane has spoken to? Okay. Tell about your approach to serving on the school board. How do you plan to interact with the other board members, the superintendent, and the public?
So as a parent to children in the district, as a previous graduate, and a member that is always a community member that's always working with the community, I pride myself on communication. I pride myself on problem solving. And I would like to again get out there with the families and the students. And I look forward to hopefully working with the other board members and the superintendent to problem solve, work effectively, build teamwork, and support our students and families and teachers in the district.
Mary Jane, any question or something else that Jessica has addressed? Seven. It seems that when it comes to education, many of us view it through the prism of our own school experiences. Please tell us how or whether you think K-12 education has changed since your school days and how you evaluate the needs of students today.
The most obvious change has been the integration of technology in schools, along with the adoption of standards by federal and state governments. But thanks to the support and the foresight of our local taxpayers in improving our technology levies, our district has been able to integrate technology into its classrooms. The current tech levy supports the technology plan that was created by a technology committee comprised of local citizens, experts in their field, and staff members. I, in fact, was an original member of the technology committee for our first technology levy. This year, Project Lead the Way will introduce gateway design and modeling classes to grades 6, 7, and 8. So we're moving our technology education to the middle schools so that our students have more opportunities.
Okay, we're now going to move into round 6, and the question is the same for both of you. Why do you want to serve on the school board, and what distinguishes you from your opponent? You have 2 minutes to answer this. Oh, excuse me, you have 1 minute each, 2 minutes total to answer this. So Mary Jane, let's have you begin.
Our district is entering into a period of time where the transition is going to be the largest move our district has ever encountered. Approximately 4,500 students will change location in 2017. Our new high school will go online. It'll be a 9 through 12 school, as we all know. And our district programs will be vastly changed. I believe we need steady leadership on the school board, leadership that I possess, experience and knowledge of the district, and the ability to collaborate and form partnerships with the people that work within our system. That is why I want to serve for the next term.
If elected, I would, I know Mary Jane had kids in the district. I feel like it is important to have a board member with children in the district. And I'm lucky enough to have children in the district. I grew up here. I love the district. I have respect for these board members. Given the opportunity as a parent, with all the changes ahead, I think that we could run miles together. I'm good in teamwork. Just because I don't have the experience with the school board doesn't mean I don't have experience with leadership in other areas. I work with a foundation called Behind the Bash. They serve families. I work with 4-H locally. They serve families. Again, with my involvement in the children's school, I'm showing that I'm a committed parent, and it's not only my children's well-being, it's yours as well.
So we're now going to move to a wrap-up. I don't believe we have any time for audience questions. We're moving to...
So we don't have time for audience questions.
Okay.
If you have a question, get them to us. We will get the questions to them. to try and get out on our chamber website. So if you have questions, still get them to us. We'll make sure they get answered.
So each candidate will now have a minute to wrap up and give us their final message, and then we will adjourn for the evening. And will we have time to read the statements from the candidates that are not present?
Pardon?
Do we have time to read the statements from the candidates not present?
Everybody has a copy.
Okay, perfect.
Everybody has a copy. Make sure it is front and back, so it was on both sides.
Okay, perfect, thank you. So, 1 minute wrap-up statement for each of our candidates. Mary Jane, you may begin.
I actually liked number 11, was how do you serve on the board? And I'll use that for my wrap-up. I engage in thorough school board meeting preparation. I read the packets in advance and follow up with questions in advance of the meetings. It includes work study sessions to provide information that helps us make our decisions. I attend as many district committee meetings as possible to learn what people working within the district think, as well as students. The goal of the school board for the last 2 years is to garner more student voice. We can't have student voice unless we have students on our committees. I collaborate with the superintendent and other administrators. I listen to my fellow board members and interact with them in a civil and respectful way. I regularly attend the monthly PTA roundtable meetings to learn of parent volunteer successes and challenges.
Okay, that's your time. Thank you. Jessica, a minute.
So I'd like to thank the Chamber for hosting this event, and thank you everybody that came here tonight, regardless of what side you're on. Your presence is encouraging. So I'd like to say that I have a true heart for this community. I chose to run for this position because I have a heart for Tahoma. I have the utmost respect for my friend Mary Jane, and as well as the rest of the board members. My running should not overshadow that. I am a Tahoma graduate. I moved back to the area with the intention of my children becoming Tahoma graduates. TSD has made improvements in improving the number of on-time graduates, but we can still do better. We need to close the opportunity gap for our IEP students. We need to work on our targeted subgroups. Those are some of the reasons why I'm choosing to run. Thank you.
Thank you. So that concludes the school board portion of this. You have the statements from the candidates who have chosen not to attend. So if you want to look at those, you can see what they have to say. And thank you so much for being here tonight. We appreciate you all. Thank you.